said it best. It's been a rough year, and we're in the third week of the year. Our heart goes out to all the victims of the fires, and the Southern California Conference collected many donations of items, and this week they had a giveaway program, and they had members of the community and those who were suffering from losses of the fires, and they came to Glendale and they picked up carloads of things, but there was leftovers after that event, and the conference called me and said, you know, we have clothing that is left over, because we weren't really trying to give away clothing, but we received a lot of clothing. So they sent me a photo, and oh my goodness, their parking lot, they had 2 parking spaces full of bags of 2 or 3 parking spaces. So I coordinated with the Hollywood Church, and the Hollywood Church picked up some adult clothes for their homeless ministry, and I went over and picked up 3 truckloads of clothes.
Yes. 3 truckloads. She gives me a call. What day was that?
That was
I was busy moving stuff around in the museum, and all of a sudden I get a phone call saying, Pastor John, what are you doing right now?
I said, are you at Living Stones? Because I could sure use you over at Sunland-Tujunga to help me unload this truck.
So yeah, we did it. All right.
So we received, and if I had photos, you'd be astonished a little bit. We received at least 50 very large bags of clothes. Now, those clothes...
Hopefully they're lightly used or new.
Well, as always, our team will need to sort through them, and if some are not ones that are in great shape, then we'll discard them, and we'll only give away at our program those clothes that are ones we would like to receive, right?
That's right.
So you want it to be in very good condition, and some of those clothing had tags on them, they're brand new.
Now everybody knows what God's closet is, right? Maybe you don't. Now God's closet is...
So God's Closet is actually this is a nationwide program. We have 1 chapter here in the Tujunga area. LA has about 3 chapters, but the other 2 chapters are maybe 1/10 the size of our chapter. We have been very blessed to have a venue where we can keep the tables out all the time. Tables are stacked high with clothes before the sale. Right now some of them are kind of low with clothes, but we'll fix that. The Lord has blessed. So the program is 3 times a year. We have a public free shopping day, and the public can come in, and we cycle them through several stations, and they're able to pick up free clothing for their children. They can, the pastor will have prayer with them, and then they'll go through a station that Maylin and her family has put together that will offer diapers and hygiene items and a free lunch. And then they can also step outside where we have racks of jackets and shoes and various other socks and underwear, and various other clothing items.
So how much does this cost a person to come through for 1 change of clothing?
It's the grand expense of 0.
That's right.
So some of the programs, if you were to go on the God's Closet national Facebook page, or I'm sorry, website, they do charge $1 for them, but our board has decided that we would like to offer this service for free. So for the dignity of us not handing over the clothes to them, we allow them to shop. So the tables are piled, we have 40 tables piled high with clothes, and each table is a different size. We have a boys' room and a girls' room. That's a lot of clothing.
Yeah, that's a lot of space. Yes.
It's taking up a lot of space. But we're blessed to have that opportunity to use the Sunland-Tujunga Church for this ministry. And we are blessed also to have a church that very much supports this program, and that's where you come in.
That's right.
1 week from tomorrow, we're going to start digging into those bags and start sorting the clothing. And I would love it if you would come, and even if you've never participated in our program before, we're only there for 2 hours, 10 a.m. to 12, and we would love to have your hands on to help us sort these clothing. We are going to be sorting twice a month up until our next shopping event, which is April 27th. So we have twice a month February, twice March, and then twice April before the sale on the 27th. So, but next week is going to be very important because we do have to move some plastic boxes around that are kind of heavy. So, but we would very much appreciate having your support of this program. I want to mention one other thing. One of our very key volunteers had an accident this week. We'll talk about her in prayer time. Maria has had an accident. She isn't able to be with us she's had surgery and she's in the recovery stage.
Yeah, she's key for sure.
And she's been an integral part of this program. And we have her in our prayers.
Yeah, by the way, when I saw her yesterday morning, she broke her hip. Fell in the bathroom. Something was going on. You know, fortunately Ronnie was there, and so her hip broke. But here's the blessing part. I'm sorry if you can call it a blessing, right? A shaft was put through, a shaft that connected the three parts together. Which, if you know anything about hips, okay, you gotta have good bone.
Yeah.
And hips are hard. And if they put a shaft in there, not a bunch of different separate things, that means. I said, she was feeling actually very good. Of course, I in the hospital afterwards in the morning, I'm sure the first day was horrible, mid-afternoon to the surgery. But she was in good spirits, the light was in her eyes, and her healing, we're just praying for her healing. And yeah, man, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's right, faster, stronger, But anyway, so I was like, if they put a shaft, I'm sorry, I'm getting into all this medical stuff and technical. If they put a shaft in, that means you got good bone density. And so, I praise the Lord, and even though it's not fun, I am so happy Ronnie was there.
Yes.
And it's just, anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, there we are.
Yeah, so we miss you, and we hope for your speedy recovery, Maria.
Yes,
I know you like to watch online. So we just, we'll say many prayers for Maria's quick healing. And we appreciate anybody. Now, when is that first sorting day? Anybody remember?
You've got a date.
That's the shopping day. When is our sorting day? January 26th, which is 1 week from tomorrow.
All right.
So
we'll keep bothering you. We'll drive you nuts next week as well.
Yeah, we probably will.
We're going to keep it going.
Anyway,
So.
appreciate all of your help.
Thank you so much, Susan. God bless you. Let's give her a hand. We'll make sure that our team has it here. So now, this brings us to the next part of the Spotlight on Outreach, and this would be the digital bulletin. So if you'll take a look, whether you're online, right here, you're going to have a QR code. Wait, it's over on this side. There we go. QR code, and you can see it right there or right here, and that's our bulletin. It's totally interactive. If you're online also, you can either scan it or you can hit the little down below in the description box. You will find your bulletin. You can follow along. And that gives you an ability to actually submit yellow cards, which is, if you have a prayer request, it will come directly to us immediately. I don't know where my phone is. It's somewhere out there, but it will come to us. Secondly, it will also come to our secretary, and we make sure we get it out to those in prayer. Call to prayer on Tuesday evenings. We mentioned it. And finally, if you want to either be baptized and you're interested in learning about it in Bible studies, you can click on the yellow card there. We can go through that. Also, if you want to transfer your membership to Living Stones or Sunland-Tujunga, you can do that. Hey, I gotta say it right. And of course, donations can come in there. Now here on location, here you can see the QR codes right in front of you on each column, so you can follow along with us. And so that brings us now to another piece. Let's take a look. What's the next announcement? Oh, why would I ever forget that, right? Why would I ever forget that? Emil, go ahead and bring the camera back to me. And thank you. The Biblical Museum, Biblical Archaeology and Apocalyptic Metaphors Museum opens today, right after the service. You can come and take a look. It might be a bit messy, because this week, as you noticed, there were lots of things going on. And I was in the middle of changing something, and all of a sudden, then, I have to get flying. But that's welcome to the life of pastoring, right? Because in the end, it's the Advent movement. We don't stay in one place. We're always moving. And I would hope we would be together with Jesus on his movement daily. So that's going to be open today. And then also, if you'll notice on this advertisement, you can text the church at any time. It will come to me. Okay? And then we can make a special appointment. I know that we've had kindergarten, third grade here. We've had third grade over there. I think there was also an Adventures, which is now scheduling very soon. And so different groups we can get through, and you can learn about different things in the Bible. When you go in there, you'll find that it's a small area, but you're going to find there's an awful lot of things that are different kinds of learning. So, because really, this is about making the Bible come to life in our lives. You know, God is real. I heard one person. Are there anybody out? I'm not looking. Is anyone else out there? Amen. God is real. And by the way, we've seen that through this craziness. Did you see the picture of our church during the fires that I put on Facebook? I believe it's Judith that took a picture right over there from an apartment on the other side. And, man, you know, we've been through it over the last, 4 or 5 years. You know that? Remember the days of the pandemic when we were outside, inside, backside, upside, downside? We were not going to close. And, but yet, because this church, frankly, if we did close, it's over, right? We're trying to build, man. And, you know, I don't know if you remember once, we actually were outside and there were fires going on in the mountain just above. And there was yellow smoke. It wasn't close enough for evacuations, but it was close enough for us to... Emil, where are you? I can't see you because the yellow... No, sorry. That's how it was a little bit in here. And, but you know what is amazing? God bless us through all of it. His church is a very powerful thing. But we need to invest ourselves, our hearts, our minds. If we don't grow. It's that simple. And God will choose another. So, we want to walk with Jesus. Let's walk with him. Anyway, enough preaching. All right, what's the next one here?